I did a bit of a faux pas last night because I went into Dinklebean's chat. Sorry, do you know Dinklebean from Holdfast?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And I said something about Oblivion.
I can't speak for the remaster, but the original was widely planned as a severe downgrade from Morrowind in almost every way but graphical. Not for its leveling system, terrible voice work, mid-setting, and mildly memed for the horse armor thing. That's unfortunate. A lot of people have been raving about the new remaster, though.
And then all of a sudden, people were correcting me quickly. Basically, what I thought nobody, like, Oblivion was the black sheep. I thought
it kind of was.
I thought it was the black sheep of the... Because, sorry, does anyone remember 2006 when it was released?
Yeah,
it was...
I played it a lot.
It was savaged when it was launched.
Yeah.
The leveling system and the basic generic fantasy feel and the Radiant AI system that was broken and it ran like dog shit. Like, it was
People
really...
memed on it for years and years.
And then the horse armor thing that just took over
exactly.
all the discourse on it. Like, I don't remember many defenders of Oblivion back in the day.
I think it was one of those things where it became such a meme that it kind of like did a 180 where people went, this is so bad, look at this. And then it was, this is so bad, but we like this now because it's funny. There's a YouTube channel which has been going for years where it's just clips of Oblivion out of context. Where there's one where he's in a dungeon and there's like I think it's like a guard or something, and he's talking to him and he's like,
necromancy may be legal in Cyrodiil, but few will openly admit to practicing it now that the Mages Guild has banned it. Farewell.
May you rest in peace.
the floor just rises him into spikes immediately.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's hilarious to look at. And oh god, it's such a funny game, but unintentionally funny, you know?
I also remember critique, and I personally agree with these critiques, that you got to remember that Oblivion came off the back of Morrowind, and Morrowind was this setting of just stagnation and racism and political like intrigue, and there was all this sort of tense but like gap between the haves and the have-nots and religious unrest. And then you go to Oblivion, none of that. They're just
oh, you're talking in the game. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the area.
In the game.
It's like everyone seems to mostly get along, and there's no like big political upheaval. It's just bad guys opening gates, and you got to go kill the bad guys.
It feels like something that's been missing from games for a while. That sense of like almost immersion with saying with all the other players.
Yeah,
like the sense of like world building.
Yes,
it's like we don't see that anymore.
And
there's very much a lack.
I will disagree. I will disagree, Dex. Genshin Impact.
I haven't played it though, so
okay. Complaint? Yes, it's an anime game. Whatever. I like titty.
Can I just grab the conversation? You can pull it off me in a second. Exactly what you just said about like not having like a wow factor. Have you ever played the game Enshrouded? Awakened Survivor. Is he awake? The streamers read. I am reading, Blaze. I'm seeing pop-ups appear on my screen at a time when the game should perhaps be focusing not on pop-ups appearing on the screen. Tell me that's not what just happened. I didn't just hit an item and it just went, hey, you've unlocked some shit now. That's rubbish. Sorry, I know that I'm whinging, but like I expected a pod opening, a conversation, an animation. Oh god, where am I? Who are you? You know? Yeah, this is too mechanical at a time when you need pizzazz. You know, you need something a bit more with a bit more polish. Yeah, remember from a game design perspective, your mechanics, your pop-ups, your inventory items, they're meant to serve your Gesamtkunstwerk, you know, like the entire work as a whole. It's not about the mechanics in the same way that theatre or opera is not about the person on the stage singing. It's not about the curtain falling. It's not about the props. All of these things work together to sell the moment, you know? That's what I'm really describing. It's not saying, oh, mechanic bad. It's more that don't just make it all about mechanics and unlocks and achievements and loot boxes. All of that should be serving something. Right. Oh, dear. Okay, so he's just an object. He's just an item in the game. Hi! Hello. Ah, better. Good. At long last, I return. Oh. Well, okay then. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. You scared the crap out of me. At long last, I return, he says. Are you a narcoleptic? Yeah, he's a narcoleptic. I fucking rescue a narcoleptic. Of all the fucking survivors, I've got the one with narcolepsy. So he's behaving like an item, really, isn't he? Can I not talk to you? Can we not talk to each other? Can you see what I mean, chat? Sorry, I know that I'm most people, maybe some people won't care about this, but yeah, this is the sort of moment in the game where it's like, you need some conversation here. Don't just make a person an item that you just deploy.
I played it recently, one, right? And I do feel a bit guilty because I'm pretty sure in hindsight, I think the dev was actually watching me, or at least I think somebody was like a community manager or something. And I ended up whinging because it was all all crunch and pretty much no fluff, in that you were doing the Terraria or the Valheim thing where it's like, wander over here, pick up a bit of metal, learn how to do something, go over here, pick up this, build a piece of furniture. But in doing so, in being extremely mechanical, all of the sort of the meaning, the sort of the rich setting was not being, you had no real purpose, or it didn't feel like you were having a purpose to do it. That's the thing about Morrowind. Yeah. It was mechanically janky as hell, but you play the game and you end up really, really caring about Vardenfell and its future, and you give a shit, and because it's all presentation. Sorry for whinging, but like a lot of modern games, it's crunch with no fluff. Like, you play fucking Vermintide, and you've got the setting of Warhammer where you can drench it in lore, but you're just going from point A to point B with pop-ups appearing continually, and don't forget to unlock your loot, and bullshit with no actual flavour. In Warhammer!
I'm now seeing so many games that look incredible, and then they announce a month in, oh yeah, we're sorry, we're shutting down, didn't have the right player count, or didn't get the right amount of interest, and then they're like, did you advertise it? Did you actually make it different from all the competitors?
That's an important, the second point you made I think is critical. You can't just make a game, like, you can't just make a Valheim clone and just have no, what's your hook? What's your killer?
I like that you swapped the sock puppet halfway through.
What's your, Mr. Sock Puppet, explain, what's your hook, you know? what do you have that makes you stand out from your competition? It's basic fucking capitalism. You can't just offer the same product.
I don't know if any of you have played Death Stranding.
Yes.
No.
Okay. People really didn't like it. I loved Death Stranding.
Oh,
because
it's so good. It's really
such
well done.
The journey, and like, it's not you get to point A to B and you're done. But all the way there, all the interesting stuff you would do and the places you would explore and how you would do these little things, that for me, I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. To kind of explore, and I felt so immersed in the world. That kind of open world, not rushing to point A to from point A to point B, but the whole way of it. I adored that in Death Stranding.
Yeah.
And so many games pull away from it because everyone just goes, "It's boring, it's slow. I don't want to do this. I want to just kill things." I'm just like,
yeah, it's fluffy. It's fluffy with low crunch. Did you ever play Subnautica, Sam?
Yes, I did.
Did you ever find a capsule?
I think so.
For the chat's benefit, in Subnautica, it's single player, but you have an opportunity to leave like a time capsule, and you can put like a message in it and a screenshot and like whatever items. So the subreddit for Subnautica is full of like, I found this capsule. This is my pet. His name is Craig. Please keep Craig safe. And the next shot, there's like Craig being cooked up on the skillet.